Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra, April 17, 2022. Today's transits help you find ways to be productive and accomplish things in novel ways. Instead, you might rediscover the fun or exciting elements of a routine. The sun in your sign these days puts you in the spotlight, while Venus in your privacy sector points to some withdrawal, indecision, or holding back regarding your affections. While you can usually manage these differing drives quite expertly, they seem to clash today, and you can be giving off mixed signals or feeling a little torn. Indecision is likely but temporary. And, with your ruler, Mars, about to change signs tomorrow, it's a good idea to wait and see. Although perhaps not the promise of paradise, today's heavenly configuration brings you some interesting thoughts about your latest romantic conquest. This is a great day to get to know each other in a very tangible and down-to-earth way. No idle talk or showing off, just being present with each other. This will do more to cement your relationship at the moment. Slow down and assess your situation. With critical Luna in Libra today, you may feel ultra-sensitive to your work environment. Every little stimulus could tick you off, calling your attention in a few different directions. Although the lunar energy can become agitated by the ever-moving mercurial presence of Libra, you can slow down to focus on a few ventures or details. Instead of focusing on the big picture, try to focus on the working parts that go into it. Edit, adjust, and organize the aspects of your work as needed. While a friendly aspect between the moon, as it passes through your work sector, and Uranus in your income sector is a monthly event, this comes just as things are starting to move on the income front for the first time this year. It was 3 days ago that Mercury returned to begin the most active months of the year on the income front, with the moon giving you a timely read on work and job matters. Why not plan a walking or city tour with your family? You will meet new people on the same wavelength. It's time to strike out in a new direction and get to know nice people. Pleasant conversations will do you the world of good. Above all, they expand your horizons and change your perspective. Some work or volunteer success brings you the praise you know you deserve. See if you can work it into a new direction for your life. You feel positive, sociable, and adventurous. Make a point of not only feeling irresistible but also acting in an irresistible way. Be careful of making any bad judgment calls. If someone looks at you for a prolonged period, a few seconds or more, and you like how they look, it's only then worth taking the initiative. You are apt to see the bigger picture more clearly than the little one this week. You will enjoy socializing and making merry, if possible, but try not to skip over feelings while in the pursuit of accomplishment. Whatever your plans are, be rigorous in keeping your daily exercise, a balanced diet, and abundant rest and relaxation at all times, even the busiest ones. When you feel that you are floating away on the ethers of excitement, breathe deeply and ground yourself. You'll be able to bring a sense of order to even the most chaotic of situations today. This is one of the real pluses of a vibration. Given your usual way of being very busy and into many things at one time, this essence can help you to prioritize everything you have on the go. Further, you will find it easy to organize things in a timely fashion. You're sure to feel much more control over what you're doing today. Since the start of the month, there have already been 2 planetary shifts, with another happening today and a further 2 by this time next week. This has brought us to a time of change, and in the final days of your birthday month, those changes are becoming even more pronounced. What might throw a spanner in the works today is Mars' return to a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart, where the focus is more on closing old doors than looking to the future. However, Mars has returned to play his part in preparing for major new doors due to open next month, bigger than anything so far. The moon returns for its most important visit to your relationship sector so far this year, a visit that will culminate in a full moon just before leaving in 2 days. This long build-up means that you are not being thrown into the deep end, and for now, what you have today is a chance to simply become more emotionally engaged and connected. Our eyes in the sky. Your creative side needs some kind of organization, but the passion is still burning in your soul, especially as the waning gibbous moon trots through earthy Libra. There's a dynamic pull between structure and ambition as a continuing presence with a square between the moon in Libra and Saturn in Aquarius. Also, the moon's alignment with Uranus, also in Libra, will shake things up. There is a conviction in the collective that can go either way. Pay close attention to the news you receive over the next few days, and don't give up on your dream. With plenty of raw and real conversations going on, you might just come to a conclusion that you've needed to see and understand for many years. Never compromise your interests for the needs of others. This moon affirms the necessity of embodying our inimitable individuality. Libra new moon, we have been looking for ways to achieve both personal and relational balance through compromise and diplomacy. Yet, through this process, we have discovered which of our relationships operate under the illusion of giving and take while exploiting our vulnerabilities. Today, volatile events penetrate superficial dynamics and force us to see things for what they are. The moon opposes Mars and also forms a tense T-square with Pluto in Capricorn, unearthing buried resentments and hostilities. Exposed secrets or impulsive demands could spell the end of toxic or stressful relationships, those which have survived under the assumption that we will not speak our mind or make a scene. While these events might be distressing or disappointing, asserting ourselves is long overdue. Certainly, this full moon will not spell doom for romances and friendships on a healthy footing, but it marks an occasion where we acknowledge that we deserve better, and we don't need others to dictate what better should look like for us. The moon enters a short void following this transit, and as is typical during full moons, we should allow time for processing and integration without making grandiose statements or decisions now. Although fights may occur, avoid statements of finality. The moon in Libra, dissipating tensions brought to a climax during the full moon, but also finding us resorting to stubbornness and emotional rigidity. Over the next 2 days, our impulse will be to slow down and ground ourselves, which is good medicine for those with minimal natal placements in earth signs, but may feel sluggish to those who have the energy to burn. We take pleasure in material comforts, making this an ideal occasion for art projects, gardening, or maintenance work which will benefit from patience and a steady hand. If you're under work or other pressure and unable to socialize, you could experience some mood swings. Just try not to behave in a way you might come to regret later. However, Mercury in opposition scrambles our ability to express ourselves. We forget the minutiae, and our interactions become laden with misunderstandings. Frustration is the result of this cosmic clash, so give the time-sensitive deeds on your to-do list a bit of extra padding and prepare for 1 or 2 awkward conversations.